strong black woman narrative is a scam. Wake up. I had a good run. I did everything the society told me to do. I worked really hard. I damn near broke my back. I paid all my bills. I put everybody else first. I told men I was independent. I did it, and I did it to say that I won nothing from it. I literally did not win any special awards. My life has not changed drastically. So now I'm going to reclaim my time, okay? When you see me now, know that I'm a soft babe.
I am so tired of being a strong, independent black woman. Can somebody's son please come free me?
On behalf of all the independent girls worldwide, I'm here to say that we are tired. In fact, let me speak for myself. I am tired. I'm tired of worrying about my own hair, worrying about paying for my own nails, worrying about what I'm gonna eat, paying for what I'm gonna eat, paying my bills, fixing my own car, paying my own rent, doing everything by myself. Like, I need someone to share my worries with. I need to be taken care of. Like, guys, I'm so exhausted. Like,
women are taught or even encouraged by other women to believe that they can find this man that does not really exist, right? So this man that has expendable income, that he can just take them on, excursions and getaways, and he's cultured, he is able to go into a boardroom and carry himself in a way that is able to get deals on the table. Like, they've been taught to believe that, like, a combination of Jay-Z and Warren Buffett and like is out there waiting on them. And this man does not exist. And that's the problem. And I think, especially the social media narrative is pushing this, like, wait, if he's not treating you this, if he's not buying you this, he's not worth it. And it's like, who are these?
Y'all be out here talking about some ain't no man telling me what to do. The way I would let a man take the reins in the wheel, if he was one of them protector provider guys, man of God. Oh, these shorts are too short. I'll change. Oh, the neck is too low, it's too revealing. I will cover it up. Yes, sir, I will cover it up. You're out here making my life easier, protecting and providing for me. Yes. Yes, sir. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, the way I would let the right man lead, make my life easier. It's ghetto out here. You think I want to be out here protecting and providing for myself? No. No, I won't. And if it's to the cost of being, like, submissive to someone that's making my life easier, okay, that's all right. It's not that big of a deal. Like, yes, baby, what makes you comfortable, okay? Because you're making my life more comfortable.
Number one rule as a tradwife: this is your duty as a wife. A man's home is his castle, so he should be treated as a king. He's working a stressful job, maybe working long hours, just so he can provide for you and the family. So he rightfully deserves peace. That being said, it's every wife's duty to appreciate her man and all his hard work. Show him how much you truly appreciate him, okay? He is your king, and you are his queen. That is your duty.
I think it's been really interesting to see how shocked people are by the term tradwife and how they seem to think it's some new way of living, like it's some unprecedented new trend. Like, have you seen these millennial and Gen Z girls? They just want to be at home with their kids. They want to have husbands and they want to take care of their husbands. They want to cook and they want to clean and they want to wear dresses. It's insane. When in reality, it's literally like the oldest lifestyle in the book. Before this, they were just called stay-at-home moms. And before that, they were just called women. But now our society has gone so far in the feminist direction that anybody who wants to live like a little bit old school and a little bit like how women used to live is fringe, right? Like an extremist. And I just think about how so many of us, since we were little, we were raised in this kind of boss babe feminist society that told us you can be so much more than just a mom. You can be so much more than just a wife. And so many of us listened and we, tried to climb corporate ladders and we boss babed so hard. Now, like, we're a little bit boss babed out. And some of us want to go a little bit more back to our roots, to our ancestors, to the women who came before us and live a little bit more, like they did. Call us crazy, but we like babies. We want to have babies. We want to spend the very few years that we have of them being little with them. We like cooking, we like running a home, we like supporting our husbands and having good marriages. And yes, we also appreciate cute dresses. The audacity. So call them tradwives, call them stay-at-home moms, call them whatever you want. But just know that no matter how much you try and push the career and the boss babe and the feminist lifestyle onto women, there will always be women who naturally want a more traditional lifestyle, just like the billions of women who came before us.
Do we need men in our society? Listen to this.
Do we need men?
No.
Do we need men?
Honestly, no.
Do we need men?
No.
Why?
Because they suck.
Okay, well, some bad news to these man-hating feminists. I am so sorry to break this to you, but we absolutely need men. And not just for the sake of our population not dying out forever and the world coming to an end, but, well, men are imperative in the most important fields in the world. Men make up 85% of the military. That house or building you're currently sitting in, guess what? Almost 99% of construction jobs are man-made. Firemen, 92% men. Pilots, 91% men. 82% of farming jobs proudly occupied by men. And I just said the word man-made. It's something I celebrate, but it's interesting because I was just thinking about it. And I'm like, you know what? There is going to come a time, probably not too far off from now, where the word man-made is no longer even allowed to be used. I can just see the liberal nut jobs coming after the word man-made. I mean, the writing is already on the wall, as we have already seen. But back to other men-dominated industries that we would clearly suffer without. Landscapers, well over 99% men. 99% of carpenters are men. Inventors, fishermen, policemen, also all male-dominated professions. So, guys, let's just cut the BS. Even if you hate men or embody the most extreme forms of feminism, there is no way you can say that we do not need men. And don't forget, if it wasn't for a man, you would not be alive. And that is a scientific fact.
Okay, but my question is, why don't you want to do that?
What are you talking about? Why don't I want to do? You know how fucking tiring that is? Have you done that?
First of all,
I do it every day.
Your point is invalid, and you sound like the rest of these unwedded women talking about the modern day women right there. I'm going to go to work like you. Do you want me to cook, clean? First of all, name one woman in real life that comes home and cooks every day. No man is even eating every day. Sometimes we're not even hungry. We ate on the way out. So just even that's asinine to even say that. First of all, if that was the case, so what? Yes, you're going to cook, clean, do this and do that. And guess what? He taking the trash out. He fixing the house. He making sure this. Y'all have different responsibilities and different roles. That's how I know you're not fit to be a wife.
I could not be fit to be a wife, but I'm not falling for the trickery.
I take pride in doing it.
Where's the value in that?
The fellas, do not choose a woman who don't want to be a woman.
Right.
So you don't want to be a woman.
No, you
don't want to be a woman because you don't want to train yourself every day.
Azar, yelling doesn't mean you're winning the argument.
And okay, I don't
so
care.
Stop yelling. You can yell, but yelling doesn't mean you're winning the argument.
It means that I want to yell.
It's just a sign of low intelligence and means.
Height matters.
Of course it does.
Step on the scale.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I'm not going on a scale. You should love a girl for who they are.
You should love a guy for who they are, regardless of height.
That's true.
So so take it back then.
I'm not taking it back.
And step on the scale.
I'm not stepping on the scale.
Why?
Because I'm not.
Okay, so take it back.
I'm not taking it back.
So weigh yourself.
No.
You're being a coward.
Weight, you're ridiculous. And
if you care about height, you're ridiculous.
No, but you don't need to know an exact number.
You don't need to know an exact height.
Exactly, I don't. All you gotta know is that they're taller than me, and that's it.
Okay, I want you to be lighter than me. Step on the scale.
No.
Does height matter?
It definitely does.
It does? You said height matters.
It does.
All right, and weight matters, so step on the scale.
Weight matters, but if you're not strong enough to carry me, then bye-bye.
All right, then let's see.
No, I don't want to do that. That's scary as fuck.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
You're judging guys based on height, so I'm judging you based on weight.
Random guy, met him or whatever, and I wanted to use him as a case study because I already knew he wasn't really my type, so I already knew that it's not going to go anywhere. He took me on a sushi date. Of course I enjoyed it. I love sushi. And on the date, he's talking to me. He's telling me, I'm like, oh, do you have any woman? He's like, yeah, I have a girl. She's long distance. We're not that serious. I'm not really looking for anything serious with her because she's not really my type. So I'm like, oh, interesting. I'm listening to him. So I'm like, oh, interesting. I'm asking him more about himself. He's telling me he's into development, building buildings, development. I'm like, okay, that sounds good. So he starts asking me about myself. I try to keep it really short. As I answer, I divert the questions back to him to let him talk more so he can feel comfortable talking. I noticed his phones kept ringing and he kept going to the bathroom and saying it's a business call. I didn't really mind because I'm like, you know what? I'm having sushi. I don't even care what you're doing. I'm here having a good time for myself. Now, we were talking a little bit and a week passed, we're still talking. He's knowing more about me. He's interested. He loves my drive. He loves my ambition and everything. And that's good. He sees that I have a drive, but not from a masculine standpoint, from a standpoint of, oh, she's a busy woman. She has things she got going on. She's not going to just be available all the time. The second week, I was like, okay, this is the time I need to build him. I need to build him now. I don't want to keep being pen pals. We're not pen pals. So I asked him for something very minor. This is the tiny thing that I asked him for, just to test to see if he was willing to jump the gun. Don't be pen pals with these men. They know what they want from you. They know what they want. All right. So I'm like, my laptop charger is bad. And he's like, oh, wow, that's crazy. Like, what are you going to do? And I'm like, I think I need to buy a new one because it has a shortage in there. I'm not sure what's wrong. It has a shortage. He didn't offer anything. So I was like, oh, do you mind getting me a charger? This man didn't open the message to the next day and said, oh, I'm sorry. I was so busy. I'm so sorry. Do you still need the MacBook charger? And I was like, you know what? No, I'm okay. I sorted it out myself. So once I started seeing that he really wasn't even trying to do much for me, because you know what it is that guys will use a first date to woo you, take you to a nice place and say, all right, you know what, after this now, since I took her on that first date, it's about time for her to lay in my bed. That's what I'm telling you. This is what these guys be doing. So he thought that he was going to checkmate me, but he didn't know that the only girls that get played is the girls that don't know how to play the game, and I'm the girl that knows how to play the game. So you know what I did? I literally just stopped entertaining him. He'll be writing me and say, hey, what's up? I'll be like, hey, everything is one word answers. And he'll be like, why are you not talking? I'm just like, there's nothing really to talk about because we've talked about everything. If my laptop is my bread and butter and I'm telling you something simple as my laptop charger is broken and you can't even say, oh, let me buy you another one or let me send something for you, then what are we talking about? I'm not a pen pal. Can you believe that was the best decision I made? Because you know what it is too about us women is when we start entertaining that pen pal type of relationship, we start becoming emotionally invested because now we're used to seeing their good morning text messages and it'd be a whole bunch of BS later on. To prevent that, don't even be a pen pal at all. So he'll watch my stories, everything. Can you believe a week or two later on WhatsApp, I seen that this man was getting married? There are these men, they try to checkmate you early. You gotta checkmate them before they checkmate you. Can you imagine? This is the same guy that I went on a date with a few weeks back that told me that, oh, his girlfriend is not his type. It's nothing really serious. They're in a long distance relationship. How the hell you guys are in a long distance relationship and all of a sudden you're getting married? I blocked his number immediately. Immediately. I didn't even give him a chance to explain anything. I blocked his number immediately. Block, immediately. You're not going to sit here and play with me. Are you sick? Are you mad? Blocked him immediately. That's why I talk about do not be entertaining these pen pal type of guys. If you have a pen pal man in your phone right now, block immediately. Don't even waste your time because that man is being serious somewhere else. Block.
28 years old. I have 2 degrees, a bachelor's of science in criminal justice and a master's degree of science in criminal justice. If there's one thing I can advise you to do, do not go to school. Do not get your bachelor's, do not get your master's, unless you just have the money to do so and you just want to do it, or unless it's in a field that is lucrative to society, that is going to contribute to society, doctor, lawyer, things like that. Do not waste your time, your money, your efforts going to get a degree. Now, as a black woman, does it feel nice to have a master's degree? Yes, it does. It does. It sounds nice. Yeah, she got a master's. But what am I doing? I'm working from home doing customer support. I'm blessed and highly favored. Always, thank you, Jesus. But what I'm saying is, to the plot, for me to go back to school and I'm in hella debt. Because I didn't wake up sooner. My consciousness wasn't woke at the time. So, you know, I went back to school. Because I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go back to school and I'm gonna make more money afterwards. I'm gonna get a job that's gonna pay me so much money and $20. Amen, Jesus. Amen. Thank you. Because I could be making $0. Thank you. But now I'm in hella debt. They keep calling me, where's my money? I said, I don't know. Go find it. Go find it elsewhere because I don't got it for you. I really don't got it for you. So I say all this to say, be mindful of what you do. If you're going to go back to school, make sure that it's going to contribute to society. Parents, stop telling your kids to go to school if they don't have a clear vision of what they want to do. Stop it. Halt. Stop.
There's this guy at my work, right? And when I first started, he was so nice. Literally was like, hey, like, whatever, how's your day? He wasn't like exactly like that, but like, whatever. He was just really nice, really friendly, cool people, okay? He told another coworker, oh my God, I like her. Like, tell her and then let me know how she's feeling. She told me. I said, man's is not my type. I come into work the next day. I'm thinking everything's fine, everything's cool, everything's great. Literally, man's ignores my presence. I'm not even there. I'm air. I'm like a ghost. This man will not make eye contact with me. He will not acknowledge my presence. And he literally, like, it's like I'm non-existent. Okay, cool. Like, that's the vibe we're on now? Okay, cool.
That man stood on business. He was there for one thing and one thing only. Now, I'm a strong believer in you shouldn't be frolicking, messing around with coworkers. I'm a strong believer in that, but y'all gonna do what y'all want to do. Y'all grown ass man. I'm not your father. Do what you want. But that pretty privilege ran out, huh? It ran dry. The well is dry. The audacity for that man to give you exactly what you wanted. You rejected him. You said no, and he just let you be. The audacity. Women have been complaining about men harassing them. But the audacity of that man to comply and not harass you. The audacity. He should be stoned. He should be put in jail even. Dare I say it? He should be wiped off the face of the earth. He refused to be in the friend zone. The only way you get inside the friend zone is if you put yourself there. He refused to be played with. He was there on a mission. The mission didn't go as planned, but he got his answer. And with his answer, he did with it what he pleased. So we know why she's mad. It's not that she wanted the man secretly. No. She wanted to toy with him. She wanted her ego boosted, but it got destroyed because he stood on business. Mission will always be the mission, and no woman's antics, games, her trickery, her sorcery, none of that will get in the way of the mission. He stood on business, he stood his ground, and all men can learn from this situation. All men.
Guys get friend-zoned, but girls get fuck-zoned. A boy stops talking to us suddenly after he gets a girlfriend, or starts ghosting us after we reject his first move. A friendship that we valued, we thought mattered, if only just a little to him, turned out not to matter at all. But in the end, we're the bad guys. We're the ones who lead the good guys on. Of course, we should just expect that's what you always want. We should just expect that friendship is never as valuable as a twist of our hand. They got friend-zoned. They only lost another girl, another rejection. But we lost a friend, someone we thought was worth more. We lost a friend.
These men out here done lost their fucking minds. How you gonna tell somebody, you fine, let me get your Instagram, I'm gonna talk to you, da-da-da. And I say, okay, buy me a hot dog from the corner lady. He gonna say, you wildin'. You can't buy me a hot dog, but you wanna talk to me?
For clarification, Miss Lady, it's not about the hot dog. It's really the principle. All the dude is trying to do is to get to know you, get your Instagram. He's probably interested in you. And the first thing you hit him up with is, yo, buy me a hot dog. Bro, we just want to talk. We just trying to get to know you. Like, why you got to push a purchase on us, yo? Like, it's not about the price of the hot dog, right? Because we could afford a $5 hot dog. That's not a problem. It's just a matter that we trying to talk to you and you hit us with the, oh, buy me a hot dog first. Come on, bro. Why does everything have to be transactional? And this is the problem with our generation nowadays. Everything's transactional. Everything's about money. Shit gotta stop.
Why men don't stay friends with you after you've rejected them. Some women get offended when she's done friend zoning a guy and he wants nothing to do with her. She feels used. But here's the thing. It can be painful to be around someone you like that, knowing that they're probably pursuing somebody else. It can hurt his confidence. And he has a right to choose the relationships that he wants to be in, especially when he's not getting what he wants out of them.
Y'all, when women get rejected, oh, it's deep. I don't know what it is, but we do not handle it well. Actually, I do know what it is, and I'm going to tell you in this video. Women desire to be desired, okay? That is something you're going to see in every woman. She wants to be desired. Some people allow their desire to run them. Some people can harness their desire, but all women deep down want to be desired. And so when she's not desired or does not feel desirable, she takes that internally. I mean, it makes her sad. It can cause depression. It can cause anxiety. It can cause you to feel like you're not good enough. It can cause hopelessness. I mean, it gets very deep. Because of that, I think a lot of women don't put themselves out there. I think it boils down to one simple thing. That as women, we have to accept that looks matter. And we can fight it, we can argue it, but looks matter. And when a man's not attracted to us, it hits deep. Because most men are rejecting you because they're not attracted to you. Men, let me let you in on a little secret. You may not realize this, but you have more power than you know. So I want you to be more choosy. This aspect right here. Let's get into it. Remember, y'all, women love to be desired. They love attention. Attention is their currency. Attention is the drug. And a lot of y'all giving everybody attention, giving it out for free. No, be choosy about it, sir. It's your currency. Remember, our time is a limited resource. We don't know how much time we have, so don't give it away. If you give an attention, make sure it's worth it. Make sure it's to someone who actually values you. A woman that you actually want to be with long term. A woman that actually meets the standard. Don't just be giving that thing away for free. Women love attention. There's a lot of men giving it to them, and therefore reinforcing things that men say they don't want. So I urge you, men, be intentional about who and what you are giving your attention to.
I've dated good men, but I was overtly mean to them because I just knew, like, I'm gonna end up hurting you. And so, you know what I'm saying? And it was easier for me to choose guys that were toxic, that were abusive emotionally, mentally, sexually, because I was addicted to chaos. I was addicted to trauma. I was addicted to pain. And that's what I looked for in men because that's what resonated with me.
Serious question for the men and the men only. Why the are y'all so good at being friends, but you suck as boyfriends? Please. We need answers.
I am so glad you asked. That is a fascinating question with a fascinating answer. Sorry, this is for something else. And the answer, of course, is this shit. You know about money, don't you? I'm sure you remember it from the last time someone gave it to you for free. So the reason that it's easier for us to be your friends is that it doesn't cost money. Relationships cost money. You know about money, right? Have you ever earned money? Have you ever had a job? Was it really hard? Me too. Did it pay enough? Me neither. So then we don't have enough money to be a good boyfriend. We used to earn more than you. This would be the female average and the male average right there. And you were looking for men who made more than you, which was easy when men made more than you. But you didn't like that. You wanted equal pay, and now that you have it, you are still looking for, just like before, men who make more than you. So when we made more than you, we could give you some of it, and that was the act of being a good boyfriend. Now that we make the same, we still have to give you some, which most of us cannot afford anymore, because the average guy no longer has what the average girl is looking for. This large number of women here, this tall line, is pursuing this small number of men here, this short line. Whereas before, the average woman who was looking for more than she had a much higher percentage of men to pick from. So all of these dynamics, all of this stuff about how money has changed the dating market, those things do not matter if we are friends, because this is not what friends are. If I had a friend and it cost me money to be her friend, I would stop being her friend. I have dated a lot of women. I have also had a lot of female friends. Do you know what the difference is? Number one, we don't Number two, they never say things like, you never take me anywhere exciting. You remember Robbie? He bought jewelry for his friend. That part of the relationship is missing. I once had a really good friendship with a woman. She was married. They both had money, and I did not. So when we would hang out, she would buy things for me because that's what friends do. That's why I was able to be a good friend, because it was not out of my price range. Women seem not to understand that they cost money, that being a good boyfriend means transferring monetary value. And nobody has money anymore. It's been a relentless 50-year decline.
We need answers.
The answer's really simple. Think about how hard it is for you to go to work and get paid enough to afford stuff. And then just remember that you are stuff that we can no longer afford. Men have to work. We do not just have magic money printers. At least not all of us. So yeah, the answer is money. This is the situation now. You cost too much. We cannot do this anymore because we do not have this anymore. I hope that helps.
Go ahead, say what you want to say.
Fellas, find a woman who loves being a woman and doing womanly things. Please, find a man who loves being a man and doing manly things. We are not equal. And that's what's messing the world up, because a lot of women believe we're equally important to the relationship, but we have different duties, functions, and responsibilities. My wife don't want my duties, and I don't want hers. You know what my wife was doing when I got home today? My wife was doing laundry and the house was already clean, smelling good. Love the way the house smelled. It smelled like mimosas, sweet dreams, and success. That's what my house smelled like. Then I laid down on the bed. Wasn't no sheets there because she was watching, but I was just a little tired. And she said, do you want something to eat? You want me to go to the store? And I was like, nah, that's okay. I got to go film a little. She was like, you sure? I'll go. You want me to cook you something? That's what a wife does. What a husband do is make sure there's money in the account.
So that's my point.
Paul, let me finish.
I think he's getting there.
Let me finish.
Okay.
To make sure, the husband's job is to make sure there's money in the account to go to the store. That there's power to do the laundry.
Yes.
Laundry detergent, all of the above.
So we're making
wait, pause. Point. But here, no, we're not. Most importantly, to put the propensity inside of her to want to do those things.
That was going to be my
want to do those things. He put that inside of her and she want to do those things. She might not feel like it from time to time because we are all human, but she wants to do. As a woman, if you don't choose a man who loves being a man, meaning he already loved to do the things he's supposed to do, he look forward to doing, and or you don't induce those qualities out of him, you're the problem, and vice versa. So that's what I was trying to get out there. And you yelling, oh, I got to cook, clean, yes, because don't nobody care. But at the same time, my wife don't plan vacation. My wife been on 118 vacations and ain't got to plan none, ain't got to pay for none.
I spend my money on my children. And I always been like that. I'm not giving no woman my fucking money. No woman that's fucking other dudes and dealing with other dudes my fucking money. I don't give a fuck how much money I got. And it ain't, oh, that's broke nigga tight. I'm not nothing broke about me. I've been like this. Anybody will tell you, man, I got rap songs. Hey, you know, I try to do a little rap thing. I can show you rap songs from 20 years ago, me talking like this. You don't give a woman nothing that she don't earn. And if she juggling dicks, she ain't earn it. Earn it through loyalty and consistency to you. You don't give a woman nothing that she don't earn, especially money.
We're not gonna have no confusion. We're gonna have some misunderstandings until we get an understanding. But once we have an understanding, we're not gonna have no more misunderstandings. I'm going to let you know what I do like, what I don't like, what's okay when we go outside, how I expect you to act, how I expect you to dress, how I expect you to speak when another man come and approach you when we out. I tell my woman how I want her to respond. Rather she do something out of pocket and you be like, why you do that? Well, did you tell her how to respond in a situation like that? She might not have been with nobody like you. But so what I'm saying is you getting mad at her for doing things that you never told her. Now, if you tell her, now she don't do it. Okay, now it's an issue. But don't just get mad at her if you never told her. Common sense ain't common, right? You got to let her know off the dribble what it is, what it come with, and let her accept it or not. And you got to give her instruction. When you send her out the door, you got to give her instructions on what to do, what not to do, how to handle certain situations. You got to instruct your woman. Instruction is everything. You have to tell her and leave no stone unturned when you giving her the game, so she's fully equipped to go out in that world and handle your business. You got to tell your woman everything because she ain't never been with you before. You don't know what the next man values. You didn't know the next man's rules. When she get with you, she got to learn you for you and how you like things, how you do things. And dudes out here, oh, she did this. You don't even know if she really knew what she was doing. Dudes out here be like, oh, we went out and some dude was trying to talk to her and she, but did you tell her how to, when something like that happens in public, what she's supposed to do? Nah, but she should know better. Why should she know better? She ain't never been with you. She probably was dealing with some sucker who let her do whatever. You got to let her know she with somebody else now.
It's like you got a gentle approach.
I'm a very gentle man. Because when you have order and you have rules, you don't need to not be gentle. Only time is arguing when you're not on the same page because y'all don't have a...
If a man has a healthy understanding that women are children and you are not in this adversarial back and forth with an adult, you're in this back and forth with a 7-year-old.
But as bad as I want to yell, I'm not matching her energy. Watch what I do instead. So instead of matching her energy, I invited her to come down to a whisper with me, which she did immediately. And we were able to finish the conversation and decide whether she wanted to play by herself or play with her sister.
So the way this woman did with her daughter is the same way you do with a woman that you're dating. If she starts acting up, the last thing you want to do is what the woman said in this video.
I'm not matching her energy.
As a man, if you match a woman's energy, you have now stooped to her level, which is childlike. When I say women are children, this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's not meant to make women feel bad. It's meant to help men understand how to deal with women when they regress. Virtually everything going on around her is either going to trigger her insecurities or it's going to trigger her anxiety. Because women respond to adversity the same way children do, i.e., women are children.
We live in as women is believing that we have high emotional intelligence. And setting the record straight, women have no emotional intelligence. The reason that as women we want to believe we have emotional intelligence is because we are emotional. Because we are emotional. As women, we want to think we have high emotional intelligence. But the truth is the fact that we are highly emotional is actually the biggest indicator that we have very low emotional intelligence, because being emotional is having no control over our emotional state, which is low emotional intelligence. High emotional intelligence is the ability to be pragmatic, to see things realistically, and to make choices and respond to life not from an emotional place. It's the ability to be in control of our emotional state and operate in life from that place.